It says there is no way to imagine Mongolian livestock apart from its nature. Animal husbandry, that is still a basis of nomadic lifestyle, has been developing in harmony to surrounding nature for centuries. Since the time of Genghis Khan, Mongols have been herding their domesticated animal in wide steppe, where water is pure and grass is juicy. That is why it is hard to argue that Mongolian meat is not ecologically pure. In terms of quality, meat of animal herded in one place without grazing or by farming method and fed with hay, artificial feeding stays poor compared with Mongolian meat. Maybe that is why Mongolian meat was the main component of meal served to honored, high-ranking foreign guests, kings and lords. Scientists and researchers have proved that secret of quality of Mongolian meat known worldwide is hidden in technology of grazing method of animal husbandry, inherited from the deep of centuries. New era, connected to fast development, modern technology, and techniques introduced to Mongolia, didn't change the traditional nomadic style of herding. There is no chemicals and natural pasture land, fresh water resources, where animal itself choose and find necessary nutrition factors. That means, in order to have more productivity from animal husbandry, it is preferred place for development of livestock. On the other hand, animal use numbers of plants and herbs used as an integral part of traditional and conventional medicine. This is another aspect of research works precisely conducted by our scientists. Plants harmonized to local climatic factors widely spread throughout 1,566,000 square kilometers of Mongolian territory consists of forest, steppe, and desert areas are characterized by their rare elements useful for medicine because of protective quality against winter cold, undesirable hot during summer or rainy season. Mongolia belongs to a number of countries rich in open surface and underground water resources. As a result, the quality of meat of animal fed with has numbers of advantages. Meat products were served from Mongols as a source of energy, body immunization, and treatment against diseases. My cult is Mongolian livestock because of its strength and ties to environment, staying harmonized to the nature during all four seasons, leaving us herders apart from their peaceful grazing. Mongolia has around 1,400,000 herds of sheep suitable for herding in strictly adopted geographic zones. Since ancient times, it was known for Mongols that Mongolian mutton rich in nutrition factors used for regeneration of energy and against anemia. According to our custom, still now we serve a clear soup cooked with just slaughtered mutton to just got born mother for regeneration of energy. Mongolian mutton rich in protein used for treatment purposes, especially against anemia. Total amount of amino acids in Mongolian mutton is much more compared to other breeds. Especially such acids like leucine, methionine, tryptophan, rare in content of mutton in other countries are more by 5.2 to 50.7%. So biological quality such protein in meat of grazing livestock compared with other farming breeds is high. Because of its lipid, a mutton tail traditionally was eaten by infants as usual sucking food. Easy for digesting, a mutton protects against children as anemia. According to historical documentation, mutton tail was competitive to European sour. Thus, by quality degree, Mongolian steppe mutton was highly accepted during international food exhibition held in 1800s in France. French press emphasized the unique taste and specifics of mutton from different geographic zones like South Steppe and Mongolian Gobi. The method of herding stayed untouched from that time, grazing in natural pasture land where plenty of crystal water. Mongolian meat business persons take a serious attention to how to develop gene found of Mongolian breeds, especially in meat direction. It was created as standardization and classification of meat by its quality. According to international classification of FAO, if number of connective substance amino acid of protein is not less than 5.0, meat is classified as high quality meat. According to latest analysis, an average Mongolian mutton has 7.5, that means fully meets international requirements of quality standardization. Mongolia has around 11 million herds of goat growing by meat in Kashmir directions. Goat mainly being herded in same flock by its meat quality is similar to sheep. Mongolian goat meat is used for medical purposes. In Mongolian unconventional medicine, meat of goat eaten in Animan in early spring is highly valued. One of the specifics of it is that high content of moisture allows to store goat meat for a long time. By its behavior, goat is an animal that selects its feeds, thus always seek highly nutritive plants in high altitudes. 40% of Mongolian export consists of mutton and goat meat. There is a tendency of growing numbers and potentiality of these items in Mongolian food exports. For the time being, we export mainly to Russian Federation, but business orders are expecting to increase. Someone may be disoriented if we say that 2.3 million herds of horse being growing in Mongolia. But in terms of quality, Mongolian horse meat has several advantages. By its genetic structure, Mongolian horse origin comes from successors of wild horse inhabited in Central Asia. Even now, one white horse named Holna being grazing in Mongolia. Przewalski's horse meat has certainly its specifics. But Mongolian horse herders well know that horse menu consists of more than 130 plants, 9 of which are herbs. It was studied by scientists that because of half-domesticated method of herding horse, meat rich in nutrition factors consists of important for human body amino acids. Its biological value is characterized by calories that regulates the temperature of human body. Value of calories in Mongolian meat varies from 2,886 and 3,300. Among specifics of Mongolian horse meat is that while smelting in 28.8 Celsius, fat of horse meat stays never frozen, even in deep minus temperature. A horse meat is easy for digesting. It is rich in more than 20 vitamins, especially in A and B, that give a yellow-like color to fat. Often a horse meat called substance for rejuvenation. Weight of adult horse is estimated to 380 kg, and horse meat has more than 20 minerals. Unique specifics of Mongolian horse meat stays attractive to foreign food business circle. According to research works, a fat of Mongolian horse meat is characterized by its specific fat acids. Particularly compared with European and New Zealand beef and mutton, fatty degree of acid is more by 3.8%. Total content of fat consists in 50 to 60% of cholesterol, less fat. Mongolia has 2.2 million of cattle. Compared to cattle growing and farming, there is no need to feed with ready feeding. Because of grazing methods, the beef has its specific qualitative data. Unique assessment is amount of essential muscular fat. Increased content of mineral component is used for medical purposes, especially protection against anemia. Especially percentage of copper and other rare elements is more by 1.8 to 3 times. Undoubtedly, it is because of ecologically pure nutrition factors. A live weight of Mongolian cattle reached 260 kg. Mongolian government takes special measures towards vaccination of livestock. One of the hidden resources in Mongolian animal husbandry is domesticated sadlak, which is commonly known as a yak. Famous by its high productivity, this partly domesticated animal finds its grazing in high mountain areas, satisfied with ecologically pure grass, plants and herbs, watered with crystal clear water. Compared to quality of other domesticated animal, its meat is characterized by minerals content. According to opinion of specialists demand, in yak meat shall find its correct place in very near future. Thanks of its number of yaks, Mongolia has a great potentiality for export of this term. For the last decades, Mongolia takes internationally required measures towards reaching commonly accepted standards in meat quality assessment. Based on certification of origin, a slaughtering process has been conducted nationwide. Even holding traditional way of transportation, the Mongols following the herds on the way to slaughtering house go through grazing pasture land in peaceful nature where animal and people are happy. Mongolia has specialized veterinarian service and laboratories that meet international requirements for classification of meat quality. Despite of supply domestic market, Mongolian products are welcomed by its wide range of customers in Russian Federation, Japan, Republic of Korea, and others. From total number of near 30 million of livestock, Mongolia supplies its domestic market with 36,000 tons of meat, exporting 50,000 tons abroad yearly. Mongolia has every possibility to satisfy demand of increasing number of foreign customers. Mongolian livestock has a fund of nutrition that consists of more than 600 kinds of plants widely spread through its biologically unique structural territory. Thanks to these advantages, Mongolian meat accepted by international communities is granted by highly honorable certification titled Ecologic Pure Product.